Sam Martin now ready to get us started. And we are underway from the Superdome. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the... Breeze now on first down. Forced out to his left. And
that's crazy.
Incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn. And that'll bring up second down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, 2nd and 10. Back to the air on second down. It's Breeze. He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
I don't know. I think I fucked up.
Call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Ready? We're waiting. Let's get that ball.
On first down, Breeze. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. 23 yards on the play. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
36.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Here we go.
Now Breeze. Trying to lay one up deep. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. So the long field goal misses, and now the reverse. You're in a tough spot defensively. They'll start the drive at the 43. On first down at Stafford. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Von Bell, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
He hits his target, left side, Watson. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. To throw, it's Breeze. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The 2017 All-Pro Darius Slay there in coverage, knocking it away.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. The man they call Snacks, Damon Harrison, in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left, and this will remain a scoreless game. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 43. A first carry now. This is Johnson. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Bree's going to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Meredith. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
36.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Kamara's got the first down and then some. Push it, touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. 32 yards. And the Saints have taken the early lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with room?
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Alex Okafor in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards.
Hey, tag 50 left.
On second down, here's Stafford. Flush to, and Stafford's going to be taken down. That's a safety. And Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 3rd and 10 here to start things out. From the gun, it's Breeze. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
There's nothing but pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
Now it's Stafford. Dancing to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Alex Okafor in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's fourth down. Throwing is Stafford, escaping the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cameron Jordan able to get in and run him down for a loss of 14. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. So after the INT, it's Breeze. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Kelvin Shepherd able to drop him for a loss of a couple. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Shotgun now for Breeze. Oh, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. That's complete to Meredith. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's Breeze to throw. The former Pro Bowler Glover Quinn there making the play.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Now Breeze. Throw left side complete. That's Watson. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. 1st and 10 at the 19. Throwing now is Breeze. Steps away to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
A limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now a handoff. Johnson. And he is going to lose yardage here. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
There's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Watson. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. Breeze to throw on 2nd down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Ziggy Ansah. Able to get him for a loss of about 3. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Breeze to throw for it on 4th. And he's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Breeze now. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Christian Jones. Tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3.
Now Breeze. And he's going to go down again. Christian Jones in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Here's Breeze. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints add on to their lead. Lutz now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. So here come the Lions now. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. On second down, Johnson looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore. He'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. To throw is Stafford. Looking downfield for Jones. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Good coverage that time by Patrick Robinson. On fourth down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It's Patrick Robinson there on the stop. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And with great field position here, chance for some points before the break.
That's prime real estate. Just have to decide how they want to try and take their shot to try and put those points.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now Breeze throwing on second down. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
On second down, Kamara. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. Now Breeze. And that's complete. It's Watson. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. They come out here in the eye. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. To throw, it's Breeze. The quick slant caught. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's third and goal.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you down.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Cameron Meredith, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23. Lutz now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead he does go down to a knee. And they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Von Bell. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Ready?
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
21.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. A gain of 3, second down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up third and about 6.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now Breeze on third down. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Back to throw, Stafford. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Alex Okafor able to disrupt yet another pass play, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. Being chased out left. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Alex Okafor. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. Eluded. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cameron Jordan in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Like 7. Hey, alert it. Tag 53. 50.
3rd and long. It's Stafford. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Cameron Jordan getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give him credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. So now Stafford will bring up the Lions, and they'll go for 2.
4 down, tag 53. Set, lady. Hey, 22. Hey, tag 53.
Now Stafford. And he slings one that's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
And it really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive
what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
Forced out to his left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Glover Quinn. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Here's Stafford. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. In on the tackle, Alex Okafor. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Throwing on third down, Stafford. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cameron Jordan. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
21. Hey, middle. Hey, go here.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cameron Jordan in there yet again. My goodness, making 5 sacks for him now in this one game alone. Breeze is looking to throw. Dancing to his left. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
Well, they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we...
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. A.J. Klein able to drop him for a loss of 4. On second down, here's Stafford. Try to drop one in, but it's incomplete. The tight end, Luke Wilson, was the target, and it's third down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Set. Lady.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. Stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. They had to go for it with such little time. Back and in great. Shape. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining.
Get set, get set.
Bree's going to throw here. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this.
Very good.